Hey guys, Thomas Leroy here. I I was watching one of these carnies. I think it was yesterday. It's exactly what she is. She's a carny, just con artist carny, and it's supposedly running a quote ministry unquote of some sort. And basically, I think all it is a bunch of witches lying to each other. Saying, well, if we use these words out of the book, we'll be able to, like they're playing a game, okay? And like it's going to be about a test of wills or who gets to assert what or something like that. And they showed me their anger and all that stuff a long time ago. And, it's like, okay. Plus, I can see they're either on pills or drinking or something. But anyway, they were on there and they had the audacity. Must be a part of the Audacity network, huh? To try and say that to be holy is to come together, things to be a good mashup of some sort. and they're saying these things, and they're talking fast, and they're doing that right thing, that the people do that don't have any confidence in what they're saying, and they're looking for an agreement, or they're just trying to bring you into an agreement, or maybe it's just a nervous thing like I do or something, a filler, right? But it was hilarious. It was a joke. It seemed to me like it was all stuff punishable by the law, man. It's like people getting out there trying to misrepresent what the deal is. All these people out here preaching this kingdom spouse stuff, man, I see that as like they're all doomed. Because there's no such thing. And as far as I can tell, the only thing that is going on there is, again, the evil people trying to get you to accept some piece of evil as your mate or something, and where you declare your love for them, blah, 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 or some junk like that. Like true love or something, maybe, where they're trying to marry you off to the dead. Only the kingdom. Well, I don't know if there's any difference between it, to tell you the truth. But no, we're not going to be marrying evil. And evil can't be married to me. Not if it's not of the day, it can't be married to me. I can't be drawn into any kind of contract with it. I have no business with that which is not day. And that's all there is to that. But I thought I'd address that. So if there was any crazy people out there who keep following after all this kingdom spouse stuff, thinking it's all going to be about will and cleverness and force, you went the wrong path. I've been trying to tell you that for like 16 or 17 years now. So I guess all those, I don't know what their options might be. All I do know is this for sure. Whatever they were wanting from me, that's what they're getting. So, if you're full of malice and hate for the day, for the light, then whatever it was you wanted for us is what you're getting. So, I can't tell you good luck with anything either. That whole thing about, it's just what it is. I can't do anything with any of them anyway, because there's never been a conversation, and it's all been dishonest from the very beginning. And as far as I can tell, that's as far as back as I can remember. All been very dishonest from the very beginning. Yeah, sure, was everybody trying to put on a show and play a part? Well, a lot of people broke character. And then, of course, they were full of malice and resentment and envy and covetousness, which is worse. And gee whiz. Well, like I say, we're going to keep on going on. We're going to keep on improving. And keep on getting better. I'm going to pare my diet down because I'm not going to say I want, but I will say because I'm going to be losing some weight. And, I'm just really encouraged with all the other stuff. It just seems like, all the things that got to the point where I finally got, disenchanted or something, I guess, maybe a depression of some sort, where I was like, it's all garbage. It feels like the rest of the journey can be pretty decent. and that I do know that I am going to be getting my goal, which is to be free, obviously, free of all things that's not the day, so that they don't have any connection to me and they can't put their junk here or do anything to us or coerce us or use any kind of force on us, and basically, be like living in a different world from all those folks, because that's all the darkness, and we won't be they won't be able to touch us with anything. Like Superman, it'll all just bounce off. The bullets, but it all bounces off. He doesn't even. If it wasn't for the fact that he saw him, shooting the guns, he probably would never even noticed it. Probably wouldn't have even felt it. Maybe he might have registered as something, but only enough to let you know that something happened, and then he could just go ahead and ignore it and go on with the rest of his business, right? God love you and God keep you. All of you who is for the day, are loyal to the day. Renounce Satan. Renounce the darkness. I saw one of them today, and they were talking about how they wanted to honor their darkness. And I thought, well, you had me going pretty good until you got to that idiocy, sweetheart. That's pure retardation. You don't want to honor any darkness. You don't want to honor the darkness within you. The whole goal, babe, is like a Eagle song. Lighten up while you still can.